Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to create an action in Photoshop along with a couple more tips and tricks. First off, let's make sure that you have your image open. Now I already created this action before, so I'm going to play it and then I'm going to explain it to you guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and open the action. Now the first layer is our airy edges. Our second layer is our save highlights and shadows. Our third one is the color correcting and contrast boost. And our last one is our brighten. Let's go ahead and open our history. So if we open our history, you can see every single step that the action has made. So what actions are good for is if, let's say you have a session and all the conditions are the same, you just run the same action over them and you save yourself a bunch of time. So now I'm going to show you exactly what each layer of these do and how to achieve it. So let's go first and open our curves, and we're going to brighten the whole image. So we're going to lift our exposure up just a tad, and then we're going to rename this. So to rename your layer, all you're going to do is double click and type in the name you like. And now let's go ahead and open another curves layer. This one we're going to use the dropper tools on the left hand side. So you're going to use the white dropper tool on the light part of your image, the closest to white that you can get it, and the black dropper tool on the darkest part of your image. So what this is going to do is it's going to create the perfect contrast and coloring for your image. So let's say that you're kind of off, it's just going to fix it. So we're going to lower that opacity because it is a little heavy-handed. Now let's go ahead and open a levels layer. What this is going to do is we can save our highlights, as you can see there, and you can also open up your shadows without compromising the image too much. So now let's go ahead and rename these. Alright, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and open up a new layer. So by creating that layer on the bottom, and let's open up our gradient tool and selecting a light color from our image, and then making sure that we're using the radial gradient here and reverse checked here. Go from your subject or the center of your image out to the edges, and then we're going to lower that opacity just a tad and put a layer mask on top. So let's go ahead and group these all together. So after we renamed it, let's add a layer mask on top. Let me just show you how we would use this image, or I would use this image, sorry. So I would brush off the airy edges from my subject at 100% opacity, and then the pop of contrast we can tweak to taste, but this one it looks pretty good here. So that's the action that we've created, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this. So now that I've explained the action, let's go ahead and create it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and open this little folder right here, and it's called the Create New Set. And now let's name our set. I'm just going to go ahead and name it New Set because I am so original. So then we're going to click OK or Enter, and then we're going to go to this little I want to call it a page, but it looks like a leaf sometimes, and it'll say create new action, and then we're going to name our action. Okay, so once you've named it, the next option is to select the set it will go in, and we've already have it pre-selected as the new set that we just created. You can choose a function key to have a quick key, and then you can choose a color to, if you want. So now I'm just going to press record, and it's going to start recording what we're doing on our image, or in Photoshop, I guess you can say. And so let's go ahead and do exactly what we did before. Now I'm just going to fast forward through this part since you already know exactly why and what we're doing. So a quick note, as you can see this time around I had a problem looking for the whites, so if you ever run into that, just keep clicking around until something looks pretty natural, and then make sure that all your opacities are the exact opacity that you want when you're creating your action. because it's going to run like this on every one of your images, and it'll be kind of counterproductive if you have to go back in and, fix every single one of your layers. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. And then to group, another way you can do is if you right click all of them and then you just name your group. Once we're done with our action, we're going to go back into our actions here and then click that stop recording button, and then it'll stop recording, and then you'll see all the things we've done that have been recorded in your action. And then we're going to close our action. We're going to show you exactly how, you would edit this, or at least I would. Sorry if I'm like mumbling and just, I'm just everywhere right now. Sorry, guys. So we can, fix our pop here if we really needed to by bringing back those highlights within the pop and not even touching our save highlights. So you can see, like, we can pull our shadows, like I said, without compromising too much of the image. I didn't need to pull our highlights in this part just because we already fixed them in the pop layer without, like losing our contrast or anything. And then our area edges, and that's our before and our after. I'm going to lower that opacity, heighten it. You can see there's different ways that you can do it on every image. So to make sure that it actually did work, I'm going to delete it and then just play it again. And once it's played and you open it, it should be clear, like all the layers, the layer masks shouldn't have any kind of editing to them. They should all be the opacities that you left it at. And that's how you make sure that, it worked. That's about it.